Street Geek and Nerd Soul. What is up, my people? Today or year, coming with another wonderful episode of, that's right, On Screen. We are here to talk about Black Lightning. Big shout out to Joyful Kia. Big shout out to Alan Lewis. Big shout out to VV. Big shout out to Christmas 808. Know y'all be keeping up with that Black Lightning, chilling and all that good stuff. Big shout out to Arcatron and C Brown for NERDSoul Gaming. Got a joint dropping in the next couple of days. Some cool stuff coming. But on the real for real, big shout out to Dave Farrar of Geek Fine Art for donating some awesome art for the wall behind me. Gave me some cool stuff. Put it on display. Check him out on Instagram, Geek Fine Art. And let's have a bit of remembrance for the life of an Agent Odell, if you will. An agent that we've grown to love, that we've grown to hate, that we've grown to know is the slimiest of slimy slime in the ASA. I want to ask you a question. Do you think he's dead? Like dead? Like dead? Because we sort of saw him die on screen, but we didn't see them put his body in the ground on screen. And since this is a comic book property, we know you ain't dead until you dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, is you dead? You know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be like Tavon, where we know sure enough you dead. So we'll jump back on that in a second. With that said, Tavon passes. We have our service for him. Straight up, old girl from Clapback News was straight foul for what she did. Like homegirl was just straight foul. I know they're trying to make her the voice of the people now, and they're going to, try to make her be the person that galvanizes the hearts and minds and the energy and the emotion to stand up and rise up against your oppressors. But she was wrong for that. She was dead wrong for bum rushing the dude that literally just got beat by the ASA on the steps of the school in front of his students in broad daylight on camera, talking about, well, how do you feel? You know what I'm saying? Homegirl had 3 questions to bum rushing with, right? Like, how tacky is that? But at the same time, name of the joint is Clapback News, so I guess there's only so much you can expect from a outlet called Clapback News. I'm just saying. Come on, man, it's Clapback News. So, big shout out to Therese. Yo, what's good? He said, I can't stay because I'm watching that. Oh, you watching right now? Cool. You go and watch that and then watch this after so we can chill. I'll holler at you in the comments. Big shout out to JOK. What's good? What's good with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, how you feeling about your boy Tobias? I'm just saying, how you feeling about your man Tobias right now? Because Tobias is looking pretty strong. I mean, pretty strong. I mean, last episode, we got your little infusion. You know what I'm saying? To give him the drugs, what is it, the M4B or whatever she shot him up with, and get his vitals back. And now homie doing, working on his tries, buys and tries in there, working out. Got the beard looking good again. Bald head looking good. Like, remember when his bald head was looking like moldy? Like, it looked like he literally had mold and penicillin on his head or something. And now, homie looking good. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about your boy Tobias? He looking fresh. You know what I'm saying? Looking like he out there to hit the scene. Shout out to Red, said I got 10 minutes left. Hopefully still. Oh yeah, I'm gonna still be on, man. You know come on, just circle back, bro. We be down. So back to Clapback News. Not only is it tacky for Black Lightning and his family, because we knew that Jefferson Pierce was Tavon's teacher, and they had a very close relationship. It's tacky because not only is she encroaching on that, but his family is there. It's not like that's an empty place. I can see if this is, say the funeral's over, or maybe this is the wake and no one's there, and Jefferson's the last one to leave. Like, there's mad people in here trying to mourn. You just roll up in there like, son, Shorty is low-key whack for that. JOK says, that boy Tobias is crazy, tactical, and calculated. Odell is much worse. Tobias is in, that's right. He's in for the long haul, man. That's right. Tobias is there for a minute. Now, I want to jump on the Tobias thing and the Odell thing and the Lala thing. This show does what I ask from a lot of shows in such a good way, which is having multiple villains, that have competing interests. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from a background of comic books, you usually see different villains. Like, let's talk about DC. You might have the League of Doom, or you know what I'm saying, or Lex might not get down with Joker, or Joker might not get down with I don't know, any number of Penguin, or Penguin might not get down with like Deathstroke or something. And you see those dynamics between their, I guess, super villain community, even when they're trying to take down the same person. And I would love to see that more in our regular live action media. Like I've even said, for instance, Star Wars is coming up. Your boy loves Star Wars. I always try to get an opportunity to talk about Star Wars. I know they've done some in the comics and the novels, but on television or in the films, I would have loved to see a small remnants of the Empire rising. Like, yo, we ain't dead yet. And looking at the First Order, like, y'all ain't real, y'all fake. We the real, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gone yet. And we haven't given y'all the keys to our galaxy. That would be cool, because you would have two people that definitely are not for the rebels, but definitely ain't for each other. And that's what we get here with Tobias and Odell. You know good well there ain't no love lost. And with Lala and Tobias, there ain't no love lost. And also with Dr. Jace, and well, I guess Lynn isn't really a villain. Lynn just getting on my nerves right now, and we'll talk about that in a second, but there is no love lost. So I love Therese said, here go Lynn, steady popping them pills. Man, bruh, look. Lynn, we should have knew something was funny when Lynn was like, I can make myself smarter. It's like, something going on. And then we found in the background that Jace and Odell working together to get her hooked on stuff. Bruh, like when that comes to light, when her husband, first, she tried to jump on her husband. You know what? Screw it. Let's get on Lynn right now. All right. Lynn popped off on Jefferson twice this episode. Once in the kitchen and then once in the bedroom. When she's in the kitchen, she's like, you can't make decisions for me or whatever. I can't remember how she phrased it. Basically, you can't go off on your own and do your own thing. How many times have we seen you leave the house in the middle of the night? I'm barely waking up, barely going to sleep. Talk about, I'm going to the lab. Did you clear that with me? Did you ask me? Did you tell me you was going? Or was you just going to sneak away and it happened that I woke up and caught your butt trying to walk over there? So don't miss me with this whole you went off on your own thing, because you've been going off on your own. Remember the dumb mistakes she was making when Jen ran off with Khalil? Remember all that? She was going off on her own then, but did we call her on that? Did we pull her card? No, we did not. But here you come getting all loud with us. All right? With us. Yes, me and Jefferson. I was in there too. I'm just saying, you getting loud with us when you wrong. All right? Sweep around your own front door. Big shout to Corey Toombs. Corey Toombs in the house. Rotating villains, and we're not overly dependent on Black Lightning to take them out. Hell, they fighting themselves. Yes, that's a beautiful thing, because then you can set up interesting dynamics with maybe Black Lightning sort of works with Tobias because of Odell, or maybe slides closer to Odell because of Tobias, or maybe Dr. Jace comes back into play because of Tobias or Lala or whoever. And it gives you a rich tapestry, if you will, of storylines and interconnected interpersonal relationships to play and tug at for future seasons, instead of another show on CW, which will not be named, that just has one villain every season, and the villain has pretty much the same power, except one season where there was a villain that was super duper smart, and you got rid of that villain because you was wasteful. Anyway, slide that to the side. This show is the best superhero show on CW, hands down. Music, direction, acting, villains that you can hate, heroes that just can't get it together. Beautiful. And with that said, I want to talk about not getting it together in just a second, but I want to give a big shout out to KURO brand for holding us down. A big shout out to my Patreon supporters like Enrique Carrion. Check out Phenomic, dope comic book. Tim I for helping straight build NERDSoul and doing dope stuff. And Thought Crowns for holding the boy down and continuing to support. It's amazing. So, big shout out to JOK saying Odell Lex Luthor team up would have been dope. Man, and you know Lex Luthor love working with the government when he can get what he wants to get from them. Corey Toom says, Lynn just be popping them like nothing though. Yup, son, yo, she has to be at least smart enough to know that, like, yo, I'm addicted. Like, straight up, homegirl is on some for real addiction stuff. Whenever you sneaking away and squirreling little pills in your mouth, you addicted. I mean, she's not in the alley, doing things for coke, but I'm just saying, she hooked. Matter of fact, she's so hooked, I wonder what would happen if Odell or someone from the ASA, since Odell is dead, I'm going to say dead with the quotes, because we didn't see I need to see a funeral. But I wonder what would happen if she lost, access to those pills. What would happen? Or maybe we don't want to see that. Corey Toom said, Lynn said, I'm already messing everything up. You got to chill. And facts by JOK. So, I don't know what's worse. The fact that Lynn is on drugs or that Lynn has the power that she has. And here's why. If you separate these, oh, Lynn's just on drugs. No big deal, but she has no power at a lab where she's giving information to a definitely a bad guy in Tobias and working for Odell. Or she could be super smart and working on the lab, but not physiologically, I'm hoping that's real, physiologically dependent on this drug that she's getting hooked even deeper and deeper into, sinking its hooks in her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's worse. Corey Toom says, crack theory, Odell is a clone. Bruh, yo. I like that theory. That's on some doom stuff. Like, what if Odell has mad Odells that he can just deploy and the real Odell is still in the pit at all times? Bruh, I'm not mad at that theory. Like straight up, I'm not mad at that. Wow, I'd be down with that one. Leah Brown says, oh, and shout out to Leah Brown. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Leah Brown says, thought Brandon was on the Markovian side. Finally, we see who he really is and why he's in Freeland. Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. Brandon being in Freeland, and okay, let me pose it to you. Where do you think Brandon ends up by the end of the season? I think that's a better question. What is his motive and where does he end up? Yeah, I think that's a better question for right now. But with that said, we have Markovian intelligence in this episode. We get to see some teleportation madness, some dope fight scenes, and even to the point where it's like, oh snap, I forgot about old boy. Yo, I forgot he's still out there. And of course, working with the Markovians and Jace over there, tick-tapping on computers. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm not all for just killing folks indiscriminately, but they did pay him $67 million. I mean, I'm just saying. Got to keep your burner close. Chitty, chitty, bang, bang. But seeing the way he utilized his power in this, one, the effects on the power looked awesome. 2, the fight scenes look cool. 3, it just shows how ruthless he is and someone with that power could be. And then it also shows the restraint that someone like Nightcrawler has in X-Men. Because Nightcrawler could really probably solo a full army if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, something that's different about this power display here is we don't know how far he can teleport. We don't know the distance and or the time between teleportations. Like, can he just blink out and he has to come right back in, or can he blink out and hold himself in what would probably be like a pocket dimension and then come back? Like how far, stuff like that. And is there a height and a length as well? So, you know, how far can he go? Like can he go like 100 miles to the next state, but not teleport from an airplane to the ground? You know, like that type of stuff. So that's something that I'd like to know more of. But it could be cool if we just leave it and we never really know. Because that scene that we saw was flitting. And also how they, infiltrated, came out, and Odell was like, ha ha, I knew about you, and I'm right here. And it didn't seem, to the theory with from Corey Toombs, it didn't seem like he was bugging out that he got shot either. So maybe that is a clone, man. I would not be mad at a clone theory. That would, wow. That would be dope. I am definitely down for the clone theory. I'm definitely down for that. So let's talk about good old, you know what? Before we go to self-righteous herself, let's go on and talk about Jen for a second. Jen and curls. All right, I know you like curls. Look like a nice, wholesome boy, someone you could take home to your mama. Great smile, curly curls. You know, he don't look like he did nothing wrong, but he's got a dossier on your mama on his computer. Well, I guess you can't say who's Mo wronger because he like looking at your mama, like spying on her, but then you also broke into his house. So, and also, where's his parents at? Like, sidebar, where are all these high school kids be having like homes and stuff and no parents? Like, I'm sure some of y'all might watch All American. There might be some crossover in that. All American is on CW. And you see kids at their house, parents be gone all the time. Now, I was in high school just like everybody else was. There was times when my mom went home, but this is like their parents don't even live there, son. Like, homie is just chilling. Rocks all in the place, doing power moves and breaking stuff, throwing rocks all over. Apparently, I guess ain't nobody coming home. She broke it. What if his mom or his dad was there? His sister, brother, maybe I don't know, a cousin or something that stayed with, remember when Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show, the cousin stayed? What if they had a cousin staying with him or something? Won't nobody in the house? She took a real risk breaking into that joint. But that's neither here nor there. He made her a diamond. You know what I'm saying? Got to shine bright like a diamond. We know where that's going. All right. We know we are headed for a love triangle. All right. You got Khalil looking like the brand new Bruce Leroy. And I've been called, I know Anissa said it this episode, but I've been calling it since like the first episode. So I don't want to hear it. I said it first. We need to do a reboot of Last Dragon with Khalil. Because, yo, man, you saw the abs, the fighting. He's got the look. Look, why are we wasting time? The only thing is that I don't know if there's like Motown level music anymore. Like that soundtrack had like El DeBarge in his prime, had Stevie Wonder on it. Like, yeah, but I guess it also had, I don't know. Well, anyway, that's a sidebar. But we know we're setting up for this love triangle. My question for you is, who does she choose? And how does it end up? Because Khalil's mind is controlled, and we don't know if he's going to recognize her or not, or if Odell's going to like change his mind to be able to pull those memories back and play on her to be able to keep her inside the ASA. We don't know how that's going to play out. So how do you think she responds when she finds out Khalil's still alive? Because now that Gamby knows, we know Gamby's going to ring the alarm. He has to. Like, yo, he about to kill your daughter, son. So it's like, yo, I gotta ring the alarm. Khalil ain't dead. All right. And Khalil is out there somewhere and most likely working for the ASA because that's the only people that your girl Thunder fought with. Anissa. Those are the only people she fought with. That Khalil just killed Tavon, son. I mean, technically killed mad people, but I mean, the most recent kill was Tavon. So I'm just saying, yo, look, gotta tell somebody. Therese said the triangle is her, Khalil, this new guy, and her friend that was eyeing him at first. Oh yeah, so it's like a love rectangle. Yeah, because there's the other girl. It's two girls and two, yeah. So it's like a love rectangle, but she ain't that important. I don't think they'll bring her back in. So Tavon dies. We have the issue. Yeah, Therese, I do think it'll definitely shake her up in a major way. And big shout out to Corey Toom says the whole family has been wild this season. The producers said they would be going through it. I wonder what it's going to take to bring them back. To bring them back, I hate to say this, I think it's going to take tragedy to bring them back. And since we know the main family is a big deal, mark my words, I would not be surprised if Gambi is on the chopping block. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised in service to try to like save Jefferson or save Anissa or something, and Gambi catches a L. I would not be surprised. And that would be the thing that like snaps them back, and they're like, yo, we got to be a family. Because I've been said this. I'm like, how you got a whole family and ain't nobody vibing? Now, getting to this vibing, Jefferson is like, yo, the parents want them back. Bring them back. And this is like, nah, I don't want to do it. She brings them back anyway. They get attacked. Tavon dies. The need to be responsible for everything bad that happens with heroes is something that's annoying. I know it has to happen, but it's annoying. And seeing them both trying to fight over responsibility on who can take responsibility for his death is disheartening, to say the least. Is disheartening. And it's hard to watch because you know how much they need each other. Families need each other. And big shout out to Daryl Phil in the house. What up, Daryl? Check it out. Oh, also, thanks for everybody that's watching right now. Hit that thumbs up. Help a brother in the algorithm. And you can hit that thumbs down if you want to. But I'm going to send Tobias after you. And I'm just saying, not only is he albino, but he's super duper strong and he's racist. And I know a good number of you in the chat are black, so you probably don't want that. So back to what I was saying, with this family unit that has been so fractured, it's tough to see because in my mind, I would think that sooner or later they would say things. You know what I'm saying? They would be like Jen would say what she did for Odell, or Black Lightning Jefferson would be like, don't you know what I'm doing with Odell to try to keep you safe? And something like that. Or Lynn would say something to Jen or Jefferson and something. Sooner or later, these people that know each other, even though they're, on different levels dealing with their own lives and there's crazy stuff going on, I believe that people that know each other this well, that are family, that truly love each other, would compare notes sooner or later. And we're at episode 6, and we don't see no note comparing. Come on, man. And in 6 episodes, TV time, that's like, I don't know, 3-4 months or something. That's a long time. Like, they just got to get it together, man. And it has to start. I'm gonna take it on us, fellas. It has Jefferson, man. Jefferson got to grab his family and be like, look, all right, it's real out here. We got powers. They coming after us. We got to figure out what we doing. No more secrets. No more lies. We got to be open. And starting with me, this is what's going on. Odell did this. And then when Jen hits that, she be like, oh, snap, really? Because Odell told me this and gave me this suit. And then they'd be, oh, snap, word. And then Anissa be like, oh, snap, this happened. And then the family can heal. All right? Remember when they was having that piece of dinner and Gambi was there, everybody was happy? That's what I want again. # Black love. But Daryl said, I don't want no running with Tobias. Yeah, you don't want that, man. Tobias, chitty chitty bang bang, you know, chitty chitty bang bang. So I gotta put it on Jefferson got to get his family together, man. Because this Odell stuff, this Tobias stuff, now that Tobias stuff is on Lynn, but I think him opening up would get Lynn to be like, yo, look, I'm gonna be for real. Tobias is back. And when I say back, I mean back to full strength. He ain't old and crusty no more. You know what I'm saying? And they would be able to talk about things. And then Jim would be like, yo, I found another meta, and his power works perfectly with mine, and he can work with Earth stuff. And man, come on, man. She found an earthbender, dog. Like, come on. This is a cool squad now. We got a full squad. Full squad. And we got a shapeshifter that we can use. And what's the girl name? I don't know. Jacqueline? I don't know what Nissa's girlfriend's name. Grace. That's what the girl name is. Grace. I don't know where I got Jacqueline from. But look, all I'm saying is they got a shapeshifter too. All that with Gambi, yo, they could easily take down ASA if they would just unify as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Get a unit on. So, big shout out to Corey Toom says, you're right. Jefferson has been missing all the signs like Lynn being addicted, Jim's powers acting up, and Anissa being sick this episode. Yeah, because she was mad sick. And that's when he should have jumped into, daddy role like, look, baby, I was wrong. But I see you got sweat. You got flop sweats. You looking weak. Let me see your arm. Now, I don't know. Normal dads probably wouldn't be like, let me see your arm. But I'm just saying, her arm got mad, black stuff sizzling all over it, and it's bad. Now, good thing that Gambi got that going down, but I'm just saying, Jefferson should get the family back up and running. So, with all that said, my question to you is, how does the rebellion or the resistance or whatever you want to call them, the insurgency, how do they make a difference? How do they get the people up off their butts? I ask that because we know that, we have the pastor, we got our folks on the streets, we got Captain Henderson or Chief Henderson. Chief Henderson? Is it Chief? Captain. Chief Captain Henderson. All right, we got Chief Captain Henderson, and we got 2 Bits. How do we get this small group, this small Illuminati, if you love X-Men comics and stuff like that, if we got these people together that are at various intersections of Black culture, how do they get them to rise up? Because I think it's going to take more than... I do think that the video of Jefferson Pierce, I do think that the death of Tavon, and I do think that having a new voice for the revolution is good, but I think we need some more. We need something. What do you think they need to do to get the people off their butts? Because in many cases, there's always people that are upset. There's always people that are angry. The hard part is getting them out their seats and out their homes to go do something about it. The biggest part is getting them to leave their jobs to go stand up and stand against something. To leave their comfortable lives in front of their TV dinners and their big screens to go do something for a better tomorrow. So what do you think they'll need to do to actually make that happen? Big shout out to Therese, said the actor that plays Tobias is cool, but to be honest, I'm tired of him. Me personally, I don't like the same villains to still be lingering around. I like new ones to come in and shake things up in a different way. Okay, see, all right, I see what you're saying. I don't know, man. I've always loved a long-term villain, someone that has a deep history on the show. But I do get what you're saying with the new, and I think we're going to get a new villain in Jace. I think Jace is sticking around because Dr. Jace is going to get a little more power than she had before. So I think Jace will be our new villain. It seems like Lala is going to be a minor villain kind of forever. And who will replace Odell? If Odell is really dead, because I kind of rejoiced when he died, but now I was like, hold up. Is he going to be replaced by someone worse? And speaking of that, if you can hear off in the distance, they're trying to take your boy down right now. But shout out to Daryl Phil. Said, I love the scene with the family together. It's going to be the 9th episode of the season. Oh, okay. Word. All right. So Daryl says Brandon is Geoforce. Cool. Thank you for that insight. Thank you for dropping that. Corey says, I think they're going to be able to make a stand when the ASA and Markovians weaken each other. Potentially, we can see some pod kids like Wendy to help. Don't tell me we're fitting to set up outsiders. You know what? Not mad at outsiders. And notice the two young ladies that Lynn kept hidden, the Omega level. Notice she kept them hidden. So you know what? I wouldn't be mad. You know, outsiders could be like Blackbird, Jen, Geoforce. I'm gonna still call them Curls. The boy's name is Curls. Curls and the two Omega. When I think of Omega level, I think of mutants, but the two Omega metas. That wouldn't be a bad team. I wouldn't be mad at that. You know, get them together. That would be a dope squad. Straight up dope squad. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Daryl, no, you didn't say Wayne Brady. Man, you wrong for that. All right, Corey says, Lala stay dropping in and out the plot. Yo, but Lala is good for that nice little spice of, oh, I didn't know he was going to kill somebody like that, though. So that was like when the dude shot him and he got up and he was like, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. So Therese says, I think he just injured. I don't think he dead. Well, see, I was thinking he was injured too. Like they was going to rush him to the like hospital, but he did that like you know when you put your head back like that, when you acting like you're going to die and you be like that last little breath come out and you just like kind of put your head back to the floor or something. He did that. So I mean, or maybe he was just like, let me rest until the ambulance get here. But it seemed as if he was taking his last breath. Now, I'm down with the idea of him being a clone. That would be sick. That would put Odell on some Doom level, like villain-ish. And I'm all for a stacked deck against our heroes. You know, because then it makes it more amazing when they triumph. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, with that said, I love this episode. This episode definitely a step up from last episode. I was into last episode, but this one ratcheted. I can see we're ratcheting up and getting ready to get busy. I saw the ads for the Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'll say it again. I don't want to cross over with the Arrowverse. I like Black Lightning where it is. I don't want it to be brought into their Earth, nothing. I don't want Flash around. Look, y'all messed up y'all shows. Don't be trying to use the Black show to get y'all popping again. Look, y'all, both of y'all, and when I say y'all, I mean Arrow and Flash. Y'all had 2 hot seasons. Season 1 and 2 of Arrow and Flash, hot, right? Season 3 got cold. Season 3 of Black Lightning, straight flitting, son. So I ain't trying to hear y'all want to cross over with us now. Because I remember when they first announced Black Lightning and Greg Berlanti was on some, well, it's not in the Arrowverse. It's going to have its own universe. And at first I was like, man, that's whack. Why y'all got to separate, separate the black man from whatever. And then when I saw the first like 2 or 3 episodes, I was like, nah, we good. Y'all keep y'all stuff over there. Because the music is black. This is a black show. This show casts black women that aren't the quintessential CW black woman. This show has music that isn't the quintessential black music to play on a show on CW. This show is a black, like this show could be on BET and you'd be like I'm satisfied with this. I'm completely, satisfied and happy and everything's all good, or TV1 or whatever other black station out there. It'd have been cool. So I'm actually like, no, you stay in your universe by yourself, your dang self, and don't touch it. Don't be coming up here trying to go and cross over with us. Don't try to come and get some of our flavor, and then because I don't want it. And like, Lady Lisa, y'all know Lady Lisa from Sunday's show. She was like, "Are you gonna watch that?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna watch the Black Lightning episode. I don't need to see nothing else." And I know that I usually review the crisis or the crossover every year. This is the first year that I'm like, nah. I'm sorry. I've lost interest in Supergirl, Flash, Arrow. What is it? The dudes jumping time and stuff. All of that. I'm not interested. None of it. I ain't interested. Black Lightning is all I need. They got dope villains. Doper villains has been on any of those shows in the last 2-3 seasons. Bruh, I'm not even interested in that. So holla at me, holla at you. Like I said, down in the comments or in the chat, because what do you think we're gonna get next? We saw the little preview. Where do you think we're gonna end up at? And big shout out to Corey Toombs said the only thing I'm looking forward to in Crisis is a potential full power showcase of Black Lightning. But you can't really trust these white writers, to be honest. Yo, bruh, I'll say this. They were smart remember when Arrow wanted to do like a Black Lives Matter episode or whatever, and they announced it like a couple years ago, like 2017 or whatever, and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a Black Lives Matter episode, and all of Twitter was like, nah, look, just trust us, don't do it, leave it alone, we're fine, we're cool, we know you want to tackle issues, but just stay where you at and don't touch nothing, because we don't want to hate you, so stay your butt where you is. Big shout out. Daryl said they do need to put these characters created for this show in the comics. Yeah, that would be cool. Kind of like a thing with like Harley Quinn, where she kind of transcended from the cartoon to the books. That would be dope. Therese says Arrow season 5 and this current season is good too. Really? Because I gave up on Arrow. What, last season or season before last? Okay, I think it was last season. And Therese said he gonna find them and be like, "You thought you killed me? You effed up, and you know you effed up, right?" Yo, I'm definitely down for Odell clones, son. I'm definitely down for Odell clones, Odell bots. I'm definitely down for it. Daryl says, I hated the black geeks who said they wouldn't watch Black Lightning because it wasn't a part of the Arrowverse, knowing the racists started that campaign. Yeah, look, don't even worry about that, man, because those are probably the same cats that's watching now, all up on it. I was one of those people. The only issue that I have with Black Lightning starting off was the suit. I was like, man, this suit is whack. This suit look doo-doo, son. And then when I saw the show, I was like, yo, this show is so good, I'm not even really tripping on the suit no more. Like, for real. Like, from the way it's shot, to the acting, to villains that you can hate. That's something you really, really need. You need villains that you can hate. Like, I can't stand your, you know what I'm saying? So, villains you can hate. And then the music, man, you tie that all together with Scooter from Living Single, and I am down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I am here for it. So don't worry about them. People always want to hate. There's that crowd that it makes them feel good to hate on stuff that caters to them because it makes them like they think it makes them stand out. But we ain't gonna get on that. Stay on that positive. 1, show us flames. 2, there will be a crossover. I ain't watching the rest of it though, because I ain't watching five episodes of a whole bunch of shows that I ain't digging just to see one show. Look, I'm watching one episode. We gonna talk about that, and we gonna see who is the successor to your boy Odell, unless he's a clone. Which Corey, yo, look, I want that to be true. Please, Corey, look, I'm here. Look, Corey, I'm looking at you. I hope he's a clone. Please be a clone. So, guys, thank you for chilling. Before I bounce, don't forget ThatNERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's right. You can check me out right there. We could talk sports, some. We could talk gaming. We could talk TV, movies, all that jazz. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, don't forget shop.thatnerdsoul.com. Shirts like this and many others. We got X-Men stuff. We got Krakoa shirts. We got milestone shirts. Just cool, dope stuff for you. And before I bounce, big shout out to everyone that came through the chat. That's Therese, J.O.K., Corey Toombs, Leah Brown, Let's see, Daryl Phil. I'm pretty sure I'm missing someone. I'm sorry. I'm looking for all the names, but I think I got all. I'm probably sure. I think I missed one. But look, hey, it's not. It's on accident. It ain't real. So don't be like, yo, he left me out on purpose, yo. He hating on me. No, I'm not hating on you. I was looking through, trying to scroll through real fast, and I ain't see it. But lastly, Therese says the Crisis and Elseworlds is the CW version of Infinity War and Endgame, and I'm here for it. I love the superhero stuff. Yeah, me too. It's just that it's tough, man. Those shows have been so bad for a while, in my opinion. Now, with that said, Arrow's fight choreography is still top notch. Like that melodrama, man, I can't get with it. I miss me with all of that. So, guys, thank you for chilling. In about 15 to 30 minutes, we will be back on the channel and we'll be talking about Dawn of X #1. That's X-Men 1. That's Fallen Angels #1. That's what else? Excalibur, New Mutants, that whole crop of new books for Dawn of X after House and Powers of 10. And we'll see if I'm going to keep following it or not, because X-Force was hot, but then there were a couple that were not. So thank you for chilling. Much love. And from me to you, I'm just saying, peace. Oh, yeah. Black Lightning is back. I said peace. Huh. Come on. A Black Lightning is black. To the left, I said peace. Come on. I said peace. To the right, come on. A free land. A free land. A free land. Come on. A free land. A free land. I said a free land. Do your thing now. A free land. Come on. A free land. Whoo. A free land. Yeah. Come on. A free land.